Wounded Highlanders. We are a team of injured, sick veterans competing in the Scottish Highland Games. My discount code is TONNER10, TONNER, all in capital letters. You can visit the website, it's in the description below. Let's get back to the podcast. How you doing? Welcome to Mind Over Body podcast. This is episode 7. It's just me tonight, so we're going to talk through a few things, what I've been up to in the last couple of weeks. And if you want to ask any more questions, just hit them on the YouTube channel, or send them a DM to me directly and I'll answer on the next podcast. So people know pretty much what I do in the gym, and they know, or they've seen videos of me lifting or doing stupid things with weights, but not that many people know I'm a personal trainer. And it's to me, it's not a job. To me, it's more about helping people. And I've also started. This is one of the reasons why I started doing the podcast, just so I can get other people's perspective on how they change their training or to change their lives to training. Just amazing stories, really, because people think, oh, I'm this and I'm that, but I don't see myself that, and I see other people in exactly the same way as what other people see me. So yeah, we're going to talk about a little bit more about myself, so you understand who I am, where I come from, and then we're going to talk a little bit about what I've been up to for the last couple of weeks. So this is episode 7. Yeah, we'll get started straight away, and then we'll crack on with where we're going to be in this podcast. So when it comes to training, I have just literally gone online because I want to help people as far and as wide as I possibly can, because there is people in the world that are in a similar situation to me, and even if you're not in a similar situation to me, then I can still help train anyone. So I've started putting programs and a one-to-one online fitness package. So I'll be doing one-to-one online, obviously. I can't train you if you're in America or Australia or anywhere like that. But I am on call. I am with you 100%. I am with you all the way. We do all the food and nutrition. I sort out all your training, sort out all your questions and queries, and talk. And I want to carry on with what training that is goal specific to you. Because that's what it's all about, really. It's goal specific. Or you can just have a program. I've done these programs, I've worked these programs, and my clients have worked these programs, so I know they have been tested, they have been trialed, and they have been successful. However, when it comes to anything regarding training, it's the effort that you put in, whereas I try and get out of you as best I can, because not only with the training, I also look after your mental health towards training. Like, my mental health is so much better when I've finished training or I've got something to train for, and that's what we're gonna. That's what the programs are basically for. They program you to a goal that you want specifically, whether it's muscle building, weight loss, strength gain, strength and conditioning, HIIT, all the good stuff that's coming in the programs. Plus, like I said before, take care of all your food, all your dietary needs, and that's the best way to do it. Because my way, I don't believe in fads. My way is simply how the body works, and that is, for a specific goal, you need to eat a certain way, whether that's losing weight or gaining weight. It's straight down the line, and you get to eat your favorite foods. There's no point me writing your food program in that sense, because it's a pet hate of mine, because I don't know your food. I don't know your food that you like. I don't know the food that you want to eat, or you know what I mean. So if you pick the food, we just control it in a way where you're going to benefit to reach your goal, because at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. And it's not just about reaching goals in the gym, it's about reaching goals in life. So the programs are designed to help you mentally and physically, regardless of what goal you're looking for. So there's 2 types of programs you can buy. You can buy one where you get the full 16 weeks. It's all laid out for you. The food, however, is a bit undetailed in that sense because, like I said, I don't do food plans for that reason. So I show you or explain to you how you need to go about eating or keeping to your calories, whether you're in a deficit or a surplus. It's explained very simply, and you can't get any other way. Whereas then, if you come online with me one to one, we work all that food out. That's the most important part of training. So that's how we do it. So yeah, I'm looking forward to launching all of these, which will be Friday this week. So yeah, if you want to get in contact with me in regards to program or coming online, then DM me, send me an email, send me a message, send me a comment, and I'll get back to you, or we'll start the conversation that way. So it's basically what you want to do mentally, what you want to do physically, and let's go and get it smashed. And it's simple as that. So I don't understand a lot of people's training, so I do it my way, and my way works. So we're going to talk about now. I've had enough of that. We've talked a little bit more about it later on, but however, if you're not aware, 2 weeks ago, yeah, 2 weeks ago, I attempted a 24-hour deadlift, and that was to raise awareness for suicide prevention. Suicide prevention, or suicide in general, is a big thing for me. I have lost a lot of people due to suicide, friends, colleagues, and it hits home when you sort of understand where they were. I kind of attempted my life twice. I also I've also evolved from that, where the point where I will never hurt myself again. However, that'll all explain to you a little bit later on. But yeah, so we did manage to raise, I think, just under £2,000, and that was for the Wounded Highlanders and also for a suicide prevention. So the day was amazing. It was hard, very very hard. But mentally I was doing it anyway, so it didn't really bother me that much. Apart from about 4, 5 o'clock in the morning, Sunday morning, my body shut down, started shaking, and then I heard someone talk about an ambulance, and then that was me back uplifting because the last time I was in an ambulance. This is Rebel Strength. They do a lot of gym equipment, gym clothing. The discount code is MT5, all capital letters. The website link is in the description below. Let's get back to the podcast. It was like it was pretty much the day I got blew up, so I won't be going in one of them at all. So no, I carried on lifting. Got to 1:05 on the Sunday afternoon. Completed the day, and it was weird. It was proper weird. I've never felt emotion like that really, and it was just overwhelming. And at the end of the lift, I ended up just grabbing a blanket and putting it over me because I didn't really want to see anyone. I didn't want to see people. I didn't want people seeing me upset or emotional. And then I got up and cracked on with the rest of the day. But a lot of people came, and I was very, very couldn't thank them enough really. And I was very surprised the amount of support that we had, that I had, and what the team had, which was overwhelming as well because I had people that I hadn't seen for close to 14, 15 years turn up, and it was quite an emotional day. And then I had friends, I had good friends, I had family there. I had good friends there. It was amazing. It was one of them things. I had massive amount of support from the Veterans Hub in Newton Aycliffe. They supplied me with all the food. They supplied me with everything that we needed really. They accommodated us very well, and I couldn't thank them enough. So I will be working with a lot of them for the foreseeable future, and helping out there as much as I can because that's what it's all about. So the main goal for me was to raise awareness for suicide prevention. On average, I think it's about 18 suicides per day, and that's shocking. And people don't talk. People say, "Yeah, it's okay not to be okay." Yeah, we all know it. We all say it, But when we're in that situation, no one will ask. No one will um, go out of the way to help them. However, having good friends and good family is a big save, and just understanding a difference in someone's personality or characteristics, you can see that, and that's a big red flag when someone changes to who they are, what they do, how they talk, how they act, how they behave. It's a big red flag for me, and that's what I want people to see. But also, apart from the day, which it's sort of, it did annoy me, but it wasn't anyone's fault. It was a technical issue. The whole point of the day was for me to talk to as many people as we can, to find out their coping mechanisms that have been mentally ill or still are mentally ill, but they have a coping mechanism which gets them out of their dark place. And that was my main goal, through is get as many coping mechanisms as possible so it can help other people. Like, my coping mechanism is a bit extreme. Like, I literally train as hard as I can just to get rid of all the anger and stress, and then I get on with my day. So that's very extreme for some people. However, fitness is a massive help to anyone's mental health, because of the endorphin release. So try it. It might not be your thing, but like I said, my goal for the day was to raise as much awareness for suicide prevention. And I got asked a few times, and I weren't really paying attention, because I was so exhausted. And there was a lot of people there with their own issues and their own mental health. And at the end of the day, um, when they all spoke to me at the end of the event, they told me how much just listening to me helped them, and sort of got them to move on and guide themselves and where they want to go, and set goals. And it was all good. I said to Jim Holborn, who's the wound handler, I said to him, I said, I'm not really bothered if I save one or 100 people from this 24 hours. If I save one, it's worth it. It's got to be. It's got to be worth it, because suicide is the main killer for all walks of life, and it needs to stop. It really does need to stop. For me, if I can help in any way, and a lot of people would say this, if I can help anyone in any way to prevent them taking their own life, I'm there. I'm done. I'll do what I can. Um, but talking about that, it's me being right in my own mental state anyway. So if I'm not mentally healthy enough to help someone, because I can absorb their stress, and their stress can then trigger me, which puts me in a bad place, then I have to control that, and that's done by me training as hard as I can. So it's not like I'm just going to ignore the person, or I'm not going to help them. If I can't help them directly, I will put them in the right direction to help, and that's what it's all about, and that's what people should see, and that's what people should do. People will always tell you that they're all right. People will always say they're fine. Big red flag for me, and that's what you need to look for. And you just saying, "Are you okay? Do you want to go for the coffee? Do you want to go for the talk?" That could possibly save that person's life. And that's what the whole point of the 24-hour deadlift challenge was. So at the end of the challenge, I managed to lift 78,150 kilos. I'm not too sure what that's because I think it was 3 Apaches and a Chinook and stuff like that. But yeah, it was a good 24 hours. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. However, since the event, because of the event, I lost 8 kilo in total. I thought majority of that was water, but now it worked out. I lost 8 kilo the day on Sunday, on a Monday, sorry, and then I weighed myself uh, on a Wednesday just gone, and I was 6 kilo lighter than what I should be. So I've got a little bit of work now to do. Get that weight put back on means more eating, which is the hardest thing for me to do in any sort of goal. It's whether you're eating food or reducing food. It's always the hardest thing, because everybody's worst habit is the food. So that's for me, and that was what I've been up to for the last week or so. I've just took a bit of a mental break from being so active around people, because the emotion I had at the end of the 24 hours was overwhelming. Um, Not in a bad way. It was just I needed to readjust, reassess, rethink, and then go again. So I'm back to it now because I've got to train. It's the best thing for me, and the best thing about training myself is I get to understand how I get to train people better. Because if I don't do something, I won't get them to do it. It's not so much why people pick me. People pick me. People are scared of me training them. I don't know why. Because I'm not. I'm not. I'm. I think I'm pretty well good at. I'm pretty good at my job. So I go to their limit. Now, whether they haven't lifted a weight in their life or run anything in their life, that's their limit. So I always push a little bit. Maybe not in the first couple of sessions, but I do tend to push them quite hard. But it's what they're capable of. They just don't realise it. No fitness goal is you're gonna get with ease. They're all hard. So I believe that I train myself probably harder than I train them. But when they start to come round to my way of thinking, to the mob way of thinking, the mind over body, they want it. They really do want it, and that's the best people to train. Like I have stopped training people because they don't want it. They you know what I mean? They're not ready for it, or they're just oblivious to what they've got to do. And it's somewhat annoying as a personal trainer, because this person's come to you and they've asked you to get them to a certain goal, and they have no effort whatsoever, and they moan and whatever else. So I just tell them to leave, and that's me. I'm out to get what you asked for, and my clients love it. The more the fitter or stronger, or the more ability they get more, they get beasted, they get pushed to that limit. That limit gets stepped up, and they always get stepped up. And that's why I like training people, because I can see them get happier, I can see them get motivated, I can see them inspired to do something else, I can see them the head thinking like, oh, do you know what, I couldn't do this a year ago, but do you know what, I'm going to do this now. So they get my way, and my mentality of there's nothing stops you. The only person that stops you is yourself. And like I've told people, there's nothing I can't do. And when I find it, I'll retire. Um, but that's saying that, even if I can't do it, I'm gonna find my way, and that's what I sort of impose on them. Because if one of my clients turned around and said they can't do something, I'll go and do it in front of them, and then they got 50 burpees to do after the workout. So they tend not to say the way, so it changes their way of thinking, and that's the best way. That's the best way. So um, when it comes to improving your mental health, the more active you are, the better. I believe standing still or sitting still is the worst thing for anyone, because regardless of whether you're an active person or you're an inactive person, sitting still, your brain ticks over, your mental health gets poor, and you start having doubt, and you don't believe in yourself, because that's the way we work as humans. We're in a society now where you've got to look a certain way, you've got to behave a certain way. I don't care. I do what I do. Like KTM Nutrition, they do all your dietary and supplement needs, whether you want to lose weight or gain weight. Discount code is MT10, capital letters. The website for KTM Nutrition is in the link in the description below. And now we're going to get back to the podcast. Like, perfect example. I was training in the gym, and someone said to me, I'm showing off because I'm putting weight above my head with one arm. I said, how is it showing off? I said, you putting weight above your head with one arm when you got two functioning arms, that's showing off. This is just me trying to train like you would. So it's like I don't particularly have an ego at all. It's more about, this is what I need to do to get to a certain goal that I've got. And to me, it's not impossible for me to do. So if I can do it, everybody can do it. And that's the way I see it. And that's why I try and force people to look after their mental health in regards to training. Or doing something physical. It doesn't have to be training. It could be going for a walk, take your dog for a walk. take your kids for a walk. Could be anything where you're moving and your body's functioning as it should. So that's why fitness, and especially the mind over body, that is unbelievably changed my life, the way I think. Mind over body is not where I've been and what I've done and where I've come from. Mind over body is finding your way of doing it, and that is putting to the point where you don't say no or you don't say can't. You do it and you smash it and you do it your best ability. If not, we adapt it and we overcome and we crack on. So that's what mind over body is to me. And to be fair, it's not a lot that you can really change about it. As soon as you say you won't do it in your head, you're not going to do it. As soon as I say you can't lift that, you're not going to lift it. Whereas I don't have that mentality. I just pick it up. I just jump off a cliff. I'll just do it. And that, saying that, I won't just do absolutely anything. There is certain things that I won't do, and there's certain things I'm unable to do. But I'll always find a way. And like I said, when I find that, if I can't find a way, I'll retire. So it's, yeah. So I have the privilege to train with a lot of people, a lot of different types of people. I train with the Runa Highlanders, which is an adaptive Highland Games team of injured veterans, injured, sick or not well veterans, and we adapt us to the games. I'm looking forward to quite a few events we've got. We've got the Stirling Games and we've got the May Games, which is up in Scotland. John O'Groats, Anton Stirling, and I'm looking forward to them. We only had one event last year. Well, actually, one Highland Games event last year, and that was Stirling, where I walked away with three world records. So I was happy with that. So we've also got the May Games, where Prince Charles is going to be there. It's the 50 year anniversary. It's going to be epic. It's going to be absolutely unreal, and I can't wait to see that. We've also got a games planned for the future in Catterick. Not too sure how much I can say on that, but that will be it. And then I've also got my strongman, which I train with very different, unique, outrageous, amazing people. And there's all sorts of disabilities, there's all sorts of people that I train there or that we go and see, and it is just a big, massive family. And hopefully we want to have a good year this year. We've got the GB team's got 1, 2, 3, 4 events this year. We've got Iceland, which is the Viking Challenge, which I'm looking forward to. Me and my little boy are gonna go and smash it in Iceland. And then I've got the Canada, which is going to be the Worlds again. So that'll be the world's strongest disabled man in Canada. There's one person I want to turn up, because I'll be taking my game to that one. I'm looking forward to that one. Been to Canada a few times. Can't wait to go again. As a civilian, really. As a veteran, I'll say, not a civilian. And then I've got the Arnolds again, which is a bit of a payback. I'm winning that one regardless. I'm winning them all. That's the mindset I've got, because I'm the one putting the hard work in. I'm the one working harder than anybody else. And if I do that and I believe that, then there's nothing going to stop me. And then the last strongman event this year is the Britain's Strongest Disabled Man down in Chad. So looking forward to that one. Hopefully, I've set a few goals for that one. I might not be competing at it, but I will be doing something at it, where I'll be I've set my own goals, and that's the one I'm going to go for. Where I might do it beforehand. If I do, I do. If I don't, then that'll be the one I do it on. So looking forward to doing that one. And then this year is manic when it comes to events. I can't wait, really. I want to get it all done now. But to be fair, what will happen will happen. So we're not really too sure on how it's going to work. So in regards to events, it is good. I've got full of them. I've got loads of goals to look forward to, but not just fitness goals. I've got other goals which are irrelevant to fitness that I want to try and achieve this year, which is my personal well-being and my personal happiness, I should say. But no, it's all good. So I hope you've enjoyed this podcast. I've done this podcast for one reason, or one reason only. Not many people know who I am and what I've done. So what you will see in the next couple of days is we put a short film, I think it's about 31 minutes long, of the actual 24-hour deadlift challenge, where you see all the setup, you see all the planning, and you're gonna hear me open up really for the first time. There's only a few people that actually know. Like, I didn't go into too much detail in regards to the army stuff. I don't do that. But a lot of it is what I'm going to keep. So I did open up, and that was probably the first time I ever have on this short video. So yeah, that's a funny one. But hey, there we go. So I would like everyone just to send in a question for the next podcast. I would like to answer any questions you've got. Also, subscribe to the channel, share the videos. Yeah, share the 24-hour video, 24-hour deadlift video, and then it'll come out. The video will be in the link in the description, and we will see you all soon. So remember, thank you for joining me. Mind over body, and have a good night.